Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you some commands under Insert tab. Okay, so in my previous tutorials, I've taught you some things in Microsoft Word where I mentioned groups, commands, tabs, and the rest. So under Insert tab now, we have some groups. We have page group, table group, illustration, add-ins, media, link, comment, and so on. So if we count, we have 10 groups here, but I don't want this tutorial to be too long, so I'm going to make this tutorial to be in two parts. So we have 10 groups under Insert tab, so I'm going to treat 5 groups today. Then in the part 2 of this tutorial, I'm going to treat the rest 5, so that this tutorial will not be too long. So this is class 4 of this series. Under this series, I'm teaching Microsoft Word. But before we get started on today's tutorial, let me quickly teach you how to use this channel for maximum benefit. Okay, so now under this video, if you look below video, you will see my picture in circle. Okay, so you can click on that picture, then you will see all the tutorials that I've made on this channel. Then this particular tutorial on Microsoft Word is in a playlist. I have other tutorials on this channel that are not step by step, that are not in classes like this, because this Microsoft Word training is in classes. So I started with class 1, class 2, class 3. This is class 4. So this class 4 is going to have part 1 and part 2. So you may not be able to take it step by step if you don't do that. So let's get started on today's tutorial. We are under Insert tab. So I'm going to treat page group, table group, illustration group, headings, and media. Okay, so in the part B of this class 4, I'll be treating link, comment, header, text, and symbol. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. All right, we might be needing a dummy text to work with at long run. I hope you have not forgotten how to generate a dummy text in Microsoft Word. That is class 1 of this tutorial, but in case you have forgotten, let me quickly remind you. Just type equals to, let me increase this font size so that you can see what I'm typing. Okay, just type equals to RAND, then open brackets and close the brackets, then press enter on your keyboard. Okay, so a dummy text will be generated for you to work with. I think this text is too big. Let me reduce it so that we can have something to work with. Okay, font 14 is okay. All right, so now let's go back to our Insert tab. Under the Insert tab, in the page group, we have cover page. Okay, so let's try and insert a cover page. What will this give us? Is just like when you are trying to prepare an handout, for instance, or you are trying to type a book in the Microsoft Word that you want to send to somebody. Okay, and you need something like a cover page. Okay, so you see this cover page is a pre-designed front page. It's a pre-designed front page. So let me just choose one and work with it. Let me just choose, okay, let me choose this. Your cover page is always going to be in the first page, so you can see. So this is a template already, so you can replace this image if you want. Then we have the document type. What is the document type? Let me just say Microsoft Word tutorial. Okay, so that is the title. I can style it the way I want, like your normal text. Okay, you want to style it, you go to the home tab. I've treated that in the previous lecture. Okay, I can style it, I can change the font size if I like. I can change, I alignment, I can align it to the center. The line spacing is too much, okay, I can reduce it. Then the subtitle can be a full tutorial. Let me just type a full tutorial. A full tutorial on Microsoft Word. Okay, so then the overview of what I want to enumerate in this book. Okay, I'm assuming that I'm preparing a book that I want to send to somebody. Okay, so I can write something here to describe the book. You can see an abstract of the book, then the course title. All right, so that is that for the cover page. Let's go back to the insert tab. Let's go back to the insert tab. Then under the page group, I can insert a blank page. So as you can see, we have two pages. We have the front page, which is the cover page, and the other page that we have our text. Okay, so let me try and insert another page. So to insert a blank page, what I have to do is to click on this blank page. As you can see, another page is added. So we have 1, 2, and 3 pages. Okay, then if you look at your status bar here, I've treated this in my first class. If you look at your status bar here, you will see we are having page 3 of 3, which simply means that in this document we have 3 pages. It was previously 2 pages. Okay, so we now have page break. What does page break do? For instance, I want this save time from this paragraph, save time in the word with new button. Okay, I want it to start on another page entirely. I don't want it to be on this same page. So instead of me to be pressing enter till it goes down to the next page, what I will just do is just to click on page break, then it goes to another page. Okay, so no matter how I work on this document, if I don't return it to this previous page, it will remain on the next page. Okay, so that is the function of page break. Okay, so we are done with cover page, blank page, and page break. Now let's move to table. Okay, now there are data that you may need to present in a tabular form. Okay, you want to present your data in a tabular form. For instance, the record of a student in a school, you want to present it in a tabular form. So here you can come under here and add a table to your document. Now you can see, you can choose how many columns you want and how many row you want. Okay, I think by now you should know what is row, what is column, but at times it will be confusing. But let me give you a tip on that. The vertical line is the column. Okay, the vertical is the column while the horizontal is the row. Okay, so if I want to at the time that it was somehow confusing to me, how I used to remember is BC, that is vertical column, HR, horizontal row. Okay, BC and human resources and vice chancellor. Let me just use that. Human resources, HR, that is horizontal row, which is the row, and vice chancellor, which is VC, that is vertical, which is the column. Okay, so now how many columns do I have and how many row do I have? Now if you check here on this, above this table, you will see the number of column and the number of row. We have 5 times 6, that is 5 by 6. Row first, then column. Row is the horizontal, while the column is the vertical. Okay, so I'm having 5 row and 6 columns. So if I click here, you don't need to drag, you don't need to click and drag, just move your mouse on it. Okay, I want to work with 5 by 6. Okay, now I'm not holding my mouse at all, just over your mouse, move your mouse on it and click. Okay, so you can see that I have been able to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, 5 by 6 table. Okay, so when you generate this table like this table design automatically comes up where you can work and modify the table. Okay, so for instance, I want this table to have another design entirely. I can click on my designs here. Can you see? Okay, you can see. For clarity purpose, I can choose this design, and there are more designs under here that I can choose. For instance, I can decide to say, okay, this is how I want my table to be. Okay, that depends on what you want and the design you want. Okay, if you want it to have border, you can see, you click on it, it will have border. You click on it again, the border will be removed. So you can work on these things. But in the subsequent tutorials, I might be taking some things that are deeper a little bit. I might be taking them one by one to have a separate video for them, like I did for multi-level list in my previous classes. Okay, so now on this table, let me return it to the normal one. Let me just return it to the normal table. Okay, so at a time, if you don't see this table design, just come to this top left corner. You'll see the one side there. Okay, let me click on home, for instance. Okay, the table design is no more there. Now here I can come back here, table design, or if I don't see it, you can click on this icon here, double click on it, then all these designs will come up. So I want it to go to that default. So now I can move this table, can move it up and down the way I want. Okay, so if you want to move the table, see this icon here in the top left corner, you can see it and move it. The table will move. Then if you want to expand the table, maybe each cell are not big enough and you want to increase the cell, just come to the right bottom corner here. See this box here, just click on it and drag downward. So you can see that each cells are now bigger than the way they are. Okay, let me reduce it back. Okay, now for instance, at the time I created this table, I made a mistake. I created 5 columns, 6 rows, but originally I just wanted it to be 7 rows. So what I just do is to click outside the table on the last cell here. Okay, you can see where I'm clicking. This is the last row. See the last row here. Then I click outside it, beside it, and press enter on my keyboard. Then it will add another row. Okay, if I click enter again, it will add another row. But if you want to add to the column, just click on a cell here and right click. Then you will see insert. Then you will see options. Insert columns to the left, insert columns to the right, insert row above, insert row below. Okay, then you have insert cell. So I want to insert column to the right. Okay, so this document now, I want the table to be 6 column. Okay, so insert column to the right. So you can see this is the new column that has been added. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instead of 5. Okay, it is now 6. Okay, so now if I want to, for instance, I want to merge these cells together. For instance, I want to merge these cells together. What I will do is that I will select the cells, just click inside the cell and drag. Okay, then right click and click on merge cells. So you can see that the cells are now merged together. So for instance, I have a serial number here. For instance, let me just put in data. Okay, name, matriculation number, maths number, okay, page, okay. Let me have score, first score, second score, okay. Then okay, let me just make this one to be one hasty. That's first score, then second score. Now let's assume that I've filled this table with some data and I want to say, okay, total. Let me put total here. Then I just need one cell here, okay. So I can say, okay, the total is 4567, okay, naira, for instance, or dollar, as the case may be. So you can manipulate your table the way you want. You can add cell, add row, add column, merge cells together, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go back to our insert tab, and under this table again, you can insert spreadsheets, but that is going to, I'll create another tutorial for that. Okay, you can insert spreadsheets. You have quick tables here. For instance, you want to make use of dates. For instance, you want to just have some predefined table. Okay, so you have quick table here. If I click on this calendar, okay, you can see the calendar shows up. Okay, the calendar is showing in this cell because my cursor was in this cell before I chose the calendar. Okay, I think that is understood. Okay, now let's go to picture. Let me click outside the table. Let's go to picture. So now on this picture, if I click on it, I have two options. I have option to choose from device, I mean from my computer that I'm working with, and I have option to choose online. So let me use both. Let me see if I have a picture here on my desktop. So let me try and insert this picture through this command pictures. Okay, and I click on it, then I click on this device. Simply means I'm taking a picture from my computer. So I click on it and it will take me to my computer. Then that particular picture is on my desktop. So I go to desktop, and this is okay. Let me enlarge this a bit. Okay, large icon. Okay, so let me choose this particular picture and click on insert. Okay, so you can see I can adjust it, I can reduce it, I can enlarge it just the way I like it. Okay, then whatever command you are using, there's likely to be related options popping up. So you can see when I inserted this picture, you can see I have related options. Okay, see this picture the way it is. Now if I click on this one, it will be as if it is in a frame. So actually I can design this picture, I can give it a drop shadow. You know, it is now changing beauty according to the way you like it. Okay, so you can work on all these additional features that are here. Okay, let's go back to the insert tab. Under the insert tab, let's go back to our picture and let's try to insert a picture online. Okay, so we've inserted from device. Let's go to online pictures. Okay, take note of something here. While these pictures are loading, I'm connected to the internet. Okay, so because it is online, so you have to be connected to the internet before you can access these pictures. So which category of picture do I have? For instance, I'm trying to illustrate maybe a good diet, or I'm trying to talk about an animal in my textbook that I'm trying to prepare. So let me just go to the category of dogs. Okay, maybe I'm trying to talk about this particular animal. Then I click on that dog. Then I can see different types of dogs to use in my document. Okay, for instance, you are creating the textbook to be sold. You need to take notes on something here. you can see at the top here, you will see Creative Commons only, meaning these images are copyright free. You can use them anywhere. Nobody is going to question you for anything. Nobody is going to query you for this image. There are images online that are not copyright free. Okay, so if I uncheck this now, you will see that there are other pictures that will come up, but I may not be able to use them for commercial purpose. Okay, so make sure this Creative Commons is checked. Then any picture that comes up, you can make use of them. So let me just make use of this dog. Let me make use of this dog here. When I click on it, then you can see insert, meaning it is choosing one image. Okay, then I click on insert. Okay, the picture is downloading, so you can see now that the picture has been added. The picture has been added to my document. You can see the dog, so I can write about this dog in my book. I'm just using this as an example. Okay, so let's go back to the Insert tab. Then let's work on shapes. Okay, so for instance, for a student that wants to draw a flow chart or UML, that is Unified Modeling Language, okay, you can use this shape to draw anything you want, that maybe a flow chart, for instance. Okay, so now all you have to do is to choose among this shape. Just click on it and come to your document, click and drag. Okay, that's all. It is not hard to do at all. So immediately you click and drag like that, you will see this shape format will come up. Now I don't want this inside to be blue, for instance. Then I'll come here and click here, ABC. Okay, you will see that the inside is now white, but if you check it out, we have a border. Okay, we have an outline around it that is green. For instance, I want it to be black. What I will need to do, if you notice, what I need to do here is to click on it again, then come to this shape outline. Okay, we have shape fill, shape outline, and shape effects. Okay, so this shape fill is the inside color. You can see any color I click will reflect inside. Okay, so if I click, for instance, if I click red, for instance, or orange, it will fill the inside, but I don't want it to be orange. I just want it to be white. Let me leave it at white so that we can see this outline color. Okay, now this shape outline is the line outside. Okay, so if I change it to red, it will change. If I change it to black, it will change the black. Okay, then I can increase the thickness of the line. You can see 6 pt, it will increase. Okay, so those are the things. Then shape effects, if I want it to have maybe the shadow, you can see it is now looking like something like a button or a tree or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so you can modify whatever shape you are working on. Now, for instance, if you check this particular image, I cannot write on this image. I cannot put a text on this image. So what I can do to this image, for instance, I want to write on this image. What I would use is that I will come to my Insert tab, come to the shape, and choose this rectangle. Draw the rectangle. Okay, let me draw the rectangle. Now I want the inside to just be white. Okay, I want it to be white. Then okay, or I don't want it to have any color at all. Okay, let me just make it to take the background. I don't want it to have any color at all. So if I want to do that, I will come to shape fill and click on no fill. Okay, if I click on no fill, it will have no color at all. Okay, then this outline also, I don't want it to be there. Okay, so let me come to double click on it and come to shape outline. Then you click on no line. Okay, now if I click outside it, it will be as if nothing is on that image, but you know that you put a box on that image. So when I click on the box, I can right click on it and click on add text. Then to this rectangular shape, then I can write anything inside, like, okay, this is a dog. Okay, this is a dog. Okay, so I can do that. Now it is not showing because the text is black and the background is also black, so I can come to the home tab and change the color text. Okay, I've treated this in my previous class. Okay, you can select the text again and increase the fonts the way I want it. Okay, another thing I can do here is that I can right click on this particular dog image, okay, and add caption. Okay, I can insert caption. Okay, so this insert caption, for instance, in a project you may have maybe table 1, table 2, or figure 1, figure 2, as the case may be. So if I want it to be figure 1, for instance, I want it to be figure 1, I can put a colon and say an illustration of dog. Okay, so if I click OK, then I'm going to have figure 1. But if I don't want it to include figure 1, then I can click on this box and check it and say exclude label from caption. Then it will exclude this figure. You can see that that figure has been removed. So if I click on OK, then it will insert it. Or if I want it to be included, I can uncheck it, or I can make it maybe equation 1, table 1, as the case may be. But I want it to be figure 1. Then I click OK. Then under the image, you can see I'm having figure 1 and illustration of dog. Okay, having done that, let's move to icon. Okay, so after picture we have shape, then we move to the icon. Okay, you click on the icon. Don't forget I'm online, so the icons are loading from the online. So we have the categories of icon that you may be needing. Okay, even if you are a web developer, you can insert this icon and export them for your use. So accessibility, analytics, animals, apparel, arrows, just any type of icon that you need. Okay, so let me go for analytics, for instance. Then maybe I just want to insert this animal. Maybe I'm trying to, okay, I'm clicking on the animal and click on insert. So maybe I'm trying to still talk about dog, that okay, I'm putting it in form of icon and as an image. Okay, all right, let me drop this image down. Okay, so it can be like an icon or an image. So what I just want to achieve here is that you can insert icon to your Word document. Okay, having talked on that, let's go back to our insert tab and choose the next command. Okay, the next command is 3D model. Okay, so now click on this arrow beside this 3D model, then you will see two options from this device. Then stock 3D model, like we inserted stock image here of a dog. So are you inserting from a device just the way we inserted this image? I think we inserted an image from this computer earlier on. Okay, or do we want to insert it from online? So if you are inserting from your computer, you click on this device, but if you are inserting from online, you click on stock 3D model. Okay, so now what category of 3D model do we want to insert? We have them. Do we want to make use of emoji, chemistry, anatomy? Okay, let me click on anatomy for instance. Okay, now let's say I'm trying to illustrate human body. Okay, this is human heart. Okay, this is human ribs. Oh yes, this is human ribs, and I think this is urethra or something like that. Okay, so let's work with it. Human heart. Okay, so if I click on it, I click on inserts. Okay, I think I always make this mistake of putting my pointer where I'm not supposed to put it. Okay, I'm not supposed to put this image here. Let me just drag it down. Let me drag it down. Okay, it should be here. Okay, I don't need this laptop here. Okay, so this image now I can rotate it because it is 3D image. I can show different view of this image. Now if I double click on the image, you can come here, you can change different views. You can have different view of the image, so you can duplicate it and have different view of 3D model. Okay, now let's try and do something here. I want to teach you something here. Let's come up here and copy this text. Okay, I'm copying this text. Copy, then I want to paste it around this image. Let me just paste it here. Let me post it after the image. Okay, so you can see this text is after this image. Now let me just use my backspace to go back, so you can see the text is now at the back of this image. Okay, let me leave it at the back of this image. Then I'll click on the image again. Then I can see different things that I can do with the image. Now you can see bring forward, send back. If I click here, it should send. I should see options. Okay, send behind text. So if I click on send behind text, you can see the image now is now behind the text. But that is not what I want. I want the image to be, and I want the text around the image. So how do I do that? I double click on the image again and come to wrap text. Okay, so this wrap text, I'll click on this arrow, wrap text. Then I can see options here. Do I want it to be inline text? Inline text means the image should be on its own while the text is under it. Do I want it to be square? Okay, this is exactly what I want. I want the image and the text to be side by side. I want the text to be around it. Do I want it to be tight? As in, it should take the shape of the image. Do I want it to be true, top and bottom, behind the text, in front of the text? But okay, let me use tight. Okay, so you can see the text is around the image. So even though I modify the text, like maybe I want to bring it down, if I use my backspace again, it is going to be around the image. Okay, let's go back to our insert tab. Okay, now the next thing we have here is the smart art. Okay, I click on the smart art. Then here I can see different options. I have list, process, cycle, hierarchy. For instance, I have pyramid, matrix, relationship. Okay, I have different representation. So let me work on this pyramid. For instance, let me just choose this and click OK. So now I have three options here, three stages for the pyramid. So, and as soon as I click on it, I can see different options, different styles that I can change it to. For instance, I can change it to this option. Now, how do I change this text? I can type inside and say first level. First level. first level. Okay, then here also I can say second level, then also I can say third level. Okay, now another thing I can do here, another way of naming this, see this arrow to the left. If I click on it, I can see the text here to modify. Then when I'm done modifying, I can easily close it. All right, let's go back to the insert tab again. Okay, let's go to charts. Okay, so under this chart I have different type of charts, also line, column, pie, bar charts. Okay, I think we should be more familiar with pie charts. Okay, so and histogram. Okay, we are more familiar with histogram and pie charts. Okay, so let me choose pie chart and click OK. Okay, so we now have the chart. So now I can come here to modify. Let me expand this a bit so that I will see the. Okay, so I can come here to modify. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter sales. Okay, so now the first quarter, see the color blue, second quarter orange, third quarter I think gray, fourth quarter yellow. Okay, then the title is sales. Okay, so in the first quarter this is the representation. Okay, but if I want to change it, I can say okay, I want it to be maybe 4.2 for instance. 4.2 for instance. Second quarter should be maybe 7.2. okay, you can see it increased. Okay, you can see it will increase. So when you are changing the value here, it takes effect here, and when you are done you can close it. Okay, so let's go back to our insert tab. Under the insert tab, you can also insert a screenshot. Okay, for instance, I want to insert a screenshot of let me open my browser. Okay, my browser is opened. Okay, for instance, let me just search for something. Let me just type technology. Okay, yes, I mean technology. Okay, let's just let's just assume that I have an information on this page that I want to screenshot and insert in this document. So what I will do is that I will click on screenshots. Okay, screen clipping. Then it will automatically minimize that document I'm working on. Then I can drop the area I want to insert. Okay, and leave it. You can see it will automatically insert it to the document as normal image. Okay, then normal modification that I can do to an image, I can also do it to this particular image. Okay, so that is that about inserting a screenshot. Let's go back to our insert tab. Then get add-ins. Okay, what is an add-in? Find add-ins that add new functionality to Office. So they are third-party software that can add more functions to a Microsoft Word document. Okay, so if I click get add-ins, it will take me to Microsoft Store. Okay, the add-ins are loading. Okay, example of an add-in is a Grammarly. Okay, Grammarly is a grammar correcting software. So if I add Grammarly to this document now, it will help me to be correcting my write-ups. Okay, I think that should be network. It is not coming up. Let me try again. Get add-ins. The add-ins should load. Okay, it is loading up. Okay, so these are add-ins that Mailchimp is a software on its own for email marketing. Okay, this is for email marketing. So now we have them in categories: best app of the year, communication, document review. Okay, so I don't want to be looking for it. Document review, I think Grammarly should be under this category. So just try them on your own. You can add any add-ins that you want to the document, and when you add the add-ins, you will see it under my add-ins. You will see them here. They will be listed there. Okay, so let's go to online videos. So for instance, I see a video online that I want to insert into this document. All I have to do is to click on online videos. Now let me search for a videos. Let me go to my browser. Okay, let me click on this video, for instance, and I'll copy the URL. This is the video. Okay, let me say I want to copy this video. I'll just right click on it and copy link address. Okay, click on it to copy, then open the Microsoft Word again and paste the URL in this box here. I right click and paste. Okay, then I click on insert. We can't insert this video. Check your network connection. Okay, let me try again. Okay, let me play. Okay, that should be a network. Let me just play the video. Okay, it is not long. Let's go for a YouTube video. Okay, it is because that URL is a page URL. It is not a video URL. So let's try and get a video URL. That URL was pointing to a page. Okay, so let me copy this video. For instance, I right click on it and click copy link address. Okay, let me insert online video and put the URL, paste, then I click on insert. Okay, so as you can see, the video is inserted into this document. As soon as you insert any element, just take note of your ribbon here. You will see different things that you can do with whatever you are inserting. Okay, in your practice, if you find anything difficult, just tell me in the comment section below, then I will respond to you either in words or in my video in the next tutorial. Okay, so let's go back to the insert tab. I think we have been able to take care of 5 groups: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is page, table, illustration, add-in, and media. So in the part 2 of this class 4, I'm going to take care of link, comments, header, text, and symbol. Okay, so I just need to make this tutorial to be as short as possible. Like I said earlier on in this video, you want to see all my videos in this channel, just look below this video. You will see my picture in a circle. Okay, just click on it, then it will take you to where I have all my videos. Then there are videos that are grouped in a playlist, like this particular tutorial, because it is class by class, so I grouped it in the playlist. Just click on the playlist, then you can see all videos in that playlist. Okay, so till the next tutorial, I will see you again. I want to say thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. I will be uploading useful content for you to watch. And to my returning subscribers that are still watching my videos, I want to say thank you so much. See you in the next tutorial.